In any finance department, it feels like a constant battle, right? A fight for both accuracy and speed. Well, two key concepts, ERP invoice parking and posting, are right at the heart of winning that fight. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how they work and why getting them right is a total game changer. Okay, so to really get the power of automation, we're going to follow the journey of an invoice. First, we'll take a look at the, let's call it chaos of the old manual world. Then we'll dive into the streamlined automated workflow, and we'll really focus on those two critical stages, parking and posting. And finally, we'll get to the good part, the payoff, the real-world benefits of getting this whole process right. All right, first things first. To really get why automation is such a big deal, we have to talk about the pain points. Let's look at the challenges of a traditional manual accounts payable department. Just think about this for a second. Before an invoice can even get close to being paid, someone on the AP team has to do all of this by hand. I'm talking about manually keying in every single line item, trying to figure out the right GL codes, double-checking all the tax info, and then, the fun part, chasing down managers for approvals. It's so labor-intensive, and honestly, it turns skilled finance pros into data entry clerks. And all of that manual work, it directly translates into some pretty major business risks. Every single keystroke is a potential error. Every time you have to chase an approval, you're looking at a delay. And any little mistake in coding your tax, that can lead to some serious compliance headaches. It's a really high-risk, low-efficiency game to be playing. Okay, so that's the problem. Enough about that. What does the solution actually look like? Well, it's all about an automated workflow, one that's designed to get data into your ERP system without a single person having to touch it. And this right here, this is the new reality. It doesn't matter if an invoice comes in as a PDF or some other data file. The automation just captures the information, maybe matches it against a PO, and then boom, feeds it directly into the ERP system. And the best part, the human role totally changes. You go from being a data entry clerk to a strategic reviewer. You're just focused on the exceptions, not every single keystroke. So this brings us to the first really crucial function inside this automated world, invoice parking. But what does that even mean? What does it mean to park an invoice? Think of it this way. Parking an invoice is like putting it in a special waiting room inside your financial system. It's officially in the system, yeah, but it's just being held in this temporary, non-posted state. It's basically just waiting for the green light to move forward. So why would an invoice need to be parked in the first place? Well, here are the most common reasons. Maybe it's stuck waiting on a manager's approval. Or maybe there's a discrepancy, the price or quantity is off. Or it could just be that some key piece of information is missing. Parking gives you a formal, structured way to handle all these exceptions. But here's the really clever part. A parked invoice isn't just lost in someone's email inbox or sitting on a desk somewhere. No, it's visible right there inside the ERP. And that gives your finance team a complete, real-time picture of all your upcoming liabilities, even the ones that are still waiting for approval. And this is probably the most crucial financial point of all. A parked invoice has absolutely no impact on your official books. It doesn't hit the general ledger, it doesn't mess with your financial statements. That separation is key. It lets you manage the whole process without compromising the integrity of your financial reporting. Okay, so once an invoice has passed all its checks and any issues have been sorted out, it's finally time for it to leave that waiting room. It's ready for the final official step, posting. So how does it get posted? Well, it's triggered automatically. The system is just waiting for all the conditions to be met. It confirms that every single approval is in and that the invoice passes all the business rules you've set up. Only then, and I mean only then, can it move forward. In posting, posting is the moment of truth. This is the action that makes that invoice a final, official part of your company's books. It's really the point of no return, where that liability is formally recognized. And the second an invoice gets posted, 3 really important things happen all at once. 1, an entry gets created in the general ledger. 2, the balance you owe that specific vendor gets updated. And 3, that new liability shows up immediately in your financial reports. And because this is all automated, the system itself acts like a strict gatekeeper. It enforces all your business rules for stuff like GL coding, how taxes are handled, and just making sure all the required fields are filled out correctly.
This is huge for ensuring consistency and compliance on every single transaction.
Okay, so we've seen how it all works under the hood. Now let's kind of zoom out and pull it all together. When you automate parking and posting, what are the real big picture wins for the business? Honestly, the difference is like night and day. You're moving away from a process that's just loaded with high risks, errors, delays, non-compliance, and you're moving toward a process that's all about high accuracy, incredible speed, and rock-solid compliance. And look, these aren't just little isolated improvements. When you slash manual data entry, eliminate posting errors, and seriously improve compliance, all of that adds up to one incredibly powerful outcome, a truly reliable and efficient AP engine for your entire organization. At the end of the day, this quote really sums it up perfectly. You're not just doing the same old thing faster. That's not the point. You are fundamentally transforming accounts payable. It goes from being a reactive, manual data entry function into a proactive, strategic, and rule-driven part of the business. And that really just leaves us with one final question to think about. How many hours does your team spend right now on manual keying, on chasing down approvals, and on fixing mistakes? Now imagine, how much of that valuable time could you get back to focus on more strategic work? Something to think about. Thanks for watching.